and sisters, there are many examples. You can look at the blind man Barnabas. You can look at the lepers who were healed with lepers. Peter's mother-in-law, the widow of Nain's son, the centurion soldier, Jairus' daughter, who was 12 years old, the woman who had the issue of blood, Zacchaeus, and you can look at Mary Magdalene, the woman at the well who was taken in adultery, and you can even look at Paul, who his experience on Damascus Road were all examples of how Jesus changes folks' life when he passed by. Amen. When he passes by. Things will never be the same when Jesus passed by. You can take testimony after testimony. One Dr. D.L. Moody, who is a great Bible scholar, well known for his books and his Christian literature, he testified and said that when Jesus passes by, he can change your life right there on your job. You can be at a stop sign and Jesus will pass by, something will come over you. It's not so much as the presence of Jesus, but it's a word from Jesus. It's a song that you might hear that when you were about to take your life that said that if I hold on a little while, everything's going to be all right. When Jesus passed by, when you're at your job and you don't think you're going to make enough to pay your bills, and all of a sudden that song comes on and says that he will meet and supply your every need. Something comes over you to say that if I just keep on working. It's something about when Jesus passes by. That no matter how hard it seems, says that their testimonies, those were the testimonies of great Bible scholars. But if we were to survey the room this morning, somebody can testify that while standing in the unemployment line, knowing you wasn't qualified for the job, knowing you didn't meet the qualification of experience, but somehow Jesus stepped in, something began to work out for you. That man, that a woman was getting ready to interview, and they looked at your application and said, well, you don't have the BS or the BA that we're looking for. You don't have that PhD, but I just think you would do good in the position, and somehow you got the job. That house that you bought, when the lawyers, when the loan officer looked at your application and he said that you don't have enough credit. Your credit's below 550. You don't have 750 or 850 or 900 on the credit score, but somehow God worked it out. And here you are in your 3-bedroom house. You understand what I'm saying? But when you went down to the car lot and you named it and you claimed it, and still you didn't qualify, but somehow God fixed it where you were able to drive off that lot. That's nothing but the grace of God. That when men would look at you, they would know that it's God working in your life. But the Bible goes on, my brothers and sisters, said that when Jesus had passed by the man, said that Jesus began to talk to the man. After being questioned by his disciples, he told them, no, this man hasn't done anything, but he is an example for others to see. Said that Jesus began to talk to the man and began to minister to him. I can see the man looking or trying to see Jesus. He said, yeah, I can hear what you're saying. But the only thing that I know is that I stand in need of something. So that Jesus kneeled down to the man, spit on the clay, said that he took dirt and spit and he began to mix it up till he put it upon the man's eye. You know, my brothers and sisters, I don't find it to be unusual because Jesus seems to do miraculous things. One time while he was invited to a wedding, said that the wedding had run out of wine. Said brought the wine and said, you brought us some wine that really ain't that good. I tried to look up those wines. They might have said you brought us some Liffenden, some Ripple, but this wine wasn't good wine. Said that Jesus stepped in the midst of the situation, told him to go get some pails, touch the pails and turn the water into wine. I was not surprised. If you look in Mark the 8th chapter, you'll find that he healed the 2 more blinded men. Said that he took spit and spit upon a man's eye, and the man's sight began to open up. He began to see things that he had never seen before. Said that even then Jesus questioned. Said, what do you see now? The man said, well, I see men that are standing like trees. Jesus said, well, that's good, but I want you to see a little bit more. Said he put his hands back over the man's eyes. Said that man says, well, now I see men that look like me. And what I'm trying to tell you this morning is Jesus sat there and he ministered to the man. Said that the man's eyesight began to come over him. Just as his eyesight came in, there were some Pharisees that came along. Said that the Pharisees began to question the young man. They said, now, what happened to you? You mean to tell me you were the man that once stood on the porch who were begging and could not see? The young man said, yeah.